commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live.
Blessings. I'm Brian Malay of Streaming Praise Radio. We would like to invite you to partner with us financially. We are not a government-supported station. All of our funding is supported by our listeners, advertising, and services. At this time we do need your support. We have monthly financial obligations to keep the station running, as well as regular maintenance of our equipment. If you would like to assist us, there are two options to give. Go to our website, SPRLIVEFM.com, click or tap on the Donate tab, and give through PayPal. For our Canadian residents, you can send an email transfer to info@streamingpraiseradio.com. That's info@streamingpraiseradio.com. No amount is too small or too big. We thank you in advance for your gift. May God richly bless you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest in the world, and you've got it.
This morning I woke up and I look in the mirror and every part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in everything, Lord, I give you praise, and that puts a smile on my face.
Lord, I thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. You have tuned into the Radical Riddimz with your girl, Princess Playa, right here on SPRLIVEFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. I'm here from 3 until 6 p.m. giving you a taste of the Caribbean with some things for talk. We have to chit chat. We always have to chit chat. You know, all kind of stuff we're going to talk about today. I hope that you're having a blessed Sunday. It's an awesome day. We're going to talk about daylight savings time and why in the world it happened, and if you actually felt like you had an extra hour of sleep. Anyways, let's get back into the music. As always, we start the show off with Jermaine Edwards' Beautiful Day, and it is a blessed and beautiful day. SPRLIVEFM.com.
Comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser. Got to work harder. In the end, it will get better. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Please don't fuss and fight. Let us unite. So let's make it right. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. If you got life, then give God praise. You may not have much, but you're living day by day. You can have faith and don't wanna work. Get up off that seat and put that brain to work. Hey, hey. a beautiful day. Don't fuss and fight, let us unite. You got one life, it's a beautiful boy.
Eliakis music.
I say, you make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. You make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. Make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you give me the oxygen. You make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you give me the oxygen. You make me strong like dynamite. You day whether day or night. You lift me high up to the sky. Me and you wherever tight. That's what I say you're not getting a video. I'm up with this side and I go go. Oh, me miss on a head and them what you know. No go tell it and the way back to roll. You make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. You make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. You make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you give me the oxygen. You make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You wake me up in the morning, boy. You keep me fire ever burning, boy. Me say me light ever shining, boy. And every day is a place in the world. I say, iwe baba tizange, iwe ngozi zange, iwe munyali wange. Okangoza muno, wafere bibi yange. Iwe baba tizange, iwe ngozi zange, iwe munyali wange. Okangoza muno, wafere bibi yange. You make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. You make my heart go beating, like bang, bang, bang. You're the reason I'm breathing, because of you. Make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you give me the oxygen. You make me breathe, you are the oxygen. You make me breathe, you give me the oxygen.
I can feel the Holy Ghost fire, burning in my soul. Oh, I can feel the Holy Ghost fire, burning in my soul. Nobody can stop this fire, nobody can stop this fire, nobody can stop this Pentecostal fire. Nobody can stop this fire, nobody can stop this fire, nobody can stop this Pentecostal fire. Sweet, sweet Spirit, burning in my soul. Sweet Holy Spirit, it keep on burning in my soul. It keep on burning in my soul. Pentecostal fire, Pentecostal fire. Keep on burning, keep on burning, keep on burning, burning in my soul. Keep on burning, keep on burning, keep on burning, burning in my soul. I can feel the Holy Ghost fire, burning in my soul. Oh, I can feel the Holy Ghost fire burning in my soul. Nobody can stop this fire. Nobody can stop this fire. Nobody can stop this Pentecostal fire. Nobody can stop this fire. Nobody can stop this fire. Nobody can stop this Pentecostal fire. Sweet, sweet Spirit, do not pass me by. Sweet Spirit, hear my humble cry. Hear my humble cry. Let the power of the Holy Ghost from the upper room fall on me, Lord, fall on me. Let the power of the Holy Ghost from the upper room fall on me, Lord, fall on me. Let it fall, 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 fall on me. Let it fall, 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 fall on me. Let the Holy Ghost fire fall, 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 fall on me. Oh, let the Holy Ghost fire fall, 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 fall on me. Pentecostal fire, Pentecostal fire. Keep on burning, keep on burning. Keep on burning, burning in my soul. Keep on burning, keep on burning, keep on burning, burning in my soul. Let the power of the Holy Ghost from the upper room fall on me, Lord, fall on me. Let the power of the Holy Ghost from the upper room fall on me, Lord, fall on me. Let it fall, 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 fall on me. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall, let it fall on me. Let the Holy Ghost fire fall, fall, fall on me. Let the Holy Ghost fire, 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 fire fall on me.
Life has not been easy, my head going dizzy, I cannot see clearly. This is crazy, Papa, can you hear me? I've been praying, I know you're there. Please come and save me. Father, you are bigger than the mountains and storms that I face. Kazi nyimere zote chifinga chote bayandwe. Now and forever I will trust you, God. 'Cause I know that you love me, won't let me go. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nito farelera, farelera. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nendo temba boni, no temba boni.
You're in the details of everything I face, working behind the scenes, turning it for my good. In every situation, your word prevails. Papa, you never fail me, I know you can.
Father, you are bigger than the mountains and storms that I face. Kazi nyimere zote chifinga chote bayandwe. Now and forever I will trust you, God. 'Cause I know that you love me, won't let me go. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nito farelera, farelera. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nendo temba boni, do temba boni. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nito farelera, farelera. Namusu chibaba, namusu chikonda, nendo temba boni.
again. It's Somari again. Yes, it's me again. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Father God, now beg you guide me through the land. This is a prayer, this is more than a song. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jehovah, guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah, shield me from the evil way I bring me. Jehovah, guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah, shield me from the evil way I bring me. Father God, me beg you guide and protect me from the evil out the road where you try to corral me. From all the wicked where you try to backstab me, and the one them way you plot to take my life over vanity. Father God, me beg you watch my family, protect my friends as I bless my enemies. Me need you more in a decent time, cause out the road it just not pretty with the crime. Yeah, yeah. And Father God, me beg you just stand beside me. Every day them just a come at me if you try to derail me. But me thank you every day for the victory. Just a hold on the faith, me now go make them distract me. And these are youth who hustle hard in the streets, working every day because the wife of me eat. And I must fulfill my destiny. Send your angels in for watch over me. And Jehovah guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah shield me from the evil way I bring me. Jehovah guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah shield me from the evil way I bring me. Me say it's sticky, and out the road me say you mucky. And them the youths and nowadays not afraid we make it up. What a pity, I be a gun so like the city. And round the world I be a calamity. No, it not pretty. And out the road me say it dirty. And every man who run the place like him and John Gotti. What a pity, no more love no the in and the city. Just send your love now cause we need it. Oh my guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah shield me from the evil way I bring me. Jehovah guide me and just protect me from my enemies. Jehovah shield me from the evil way I bring me. It's me again. Jehovah, me I beg you to cover me with all of your mind.
You're listening to SPRLIVEFM.com.
There is more for us to know. We're stepping in the unknown. There is a room without the borders and the limits. Answers of the unknown that we seeking, dwelling in it. Anointing well sufficient. The atmosphere is different, and the move of every event there is governed by the Spirit. You've got to learn the basic rule inside before you visit. You've got to leave your common ways of thinking and the critics. Jesus' algorithm defy the laws of physics. I urge you not to resist, or else you're going to miss it. The unknown is revealing, yeah, things beyond intriguing, yeah. And we say minds have never dreamed the wondrous cherubims. Ears have never heard it, eyes have never seen. The unknown is revealing, yeah, things beyond intriguing, yeah. And we say minds have never dreamed the wondrous cherubims. Ears have never heard it, eyes have never seen. I've witnessed with my very eyes the mysteries of the Lord revealing, and it's verified. I remember walking in the room of the prophetic and leaving with the truth of Christ as I was edified. Some see it but them no get it, still trying to assess it. An ignorance of archaeology searching for relics. Words can't explain him. He's got to be revealed to you, because the unknown is prophetic. The unknown is revealed. Ears have never heard it, eyes have never seen. Oh, unsearchable, your wonders they are marvelous. Altogether powerful, your presence is remarkable. You're moving in this place, yes, yeah. I see you're moving in this place. Somebody help me sing, hey. Oh, unsearchable, your wonders they are marvelous. Altogether powerful, your presence is remarkable. You're moving in this place, yes, yeah. I see you're moving in this place. Somebody help me sing. The unknown is revealing, revealing things beyond intriguing, intriguing. And we say minds have never dreamed the wondrous cherry beams. Ears have never heard it, eyes have never seen. The unknown is revealing signs and miracles, things beyond intriguing, intriguing. And we
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
The station with the best music, of course, is Canada's first gospel internet radio station, SPRLIVEFM.com. That's what you're listening to right now. It's the Radical Riddimz with your girl, Princess Playa. Right here on this blessed Sunday, November 6th. People, it's November. It is November. It is November. And we've entered into daylight savings time. Was anybody early for church this morning? Were you early for church? Did you look at your clock in your home, or did you look on the clock on your phone? You know, the phones automatically go back. Like, I don't have to worry no more that I set my alarm clock. You know, I go off the clock off my phone. So I was good. But I know some people still go off the clocks in their house and on their stove and all of that. And yeah, me not that no more. So I'm good. But daylight savings time, you know, it started in 1908 in Port Arthur, Ontario. Port Arthur. I don't even know where that is. I'm looking at this thing right now. 1908, Port Arthur in Ontario, Canada, started using DST. So hold on. So daylight savings time first started in Canada before it started anywhere else. Hold on. Am I really reading this right now? Hold on. Hold on a second. The idea of aligning, this is what I'm reading off of Wikipedia. Wikipedia is my best friend. I start off with that information and I go off somewhere else and look for, like, if there's anything contradictory to what I'm reading. So the idea of aligning waking hours to daylight hours to conserve candles was first proposed in 1784 by U.S. polymath Benjamin Franklin. I don't know if that's the same Benjamin Franklin who was a president of the United States. Anyways, let me continue. In a satirical letter to the editor of the Journal of Paris, Franklin suggested that waking up earlier in the summer would economize on candle usage and calculated considerable savings. Interesting. In 1895, New Zealand entomologist and astronomer George Hudson proposed the idea of changing clocks by 2 hours every spring to the Wellington Philosophical Society. Mind, give me big words today. In 1907, British resident William Willett presented the idea as a way to save energy. After some serious consideration, it was not implemented. In 1908, Port Arthur in Ontario, Canada, started using daylight savings time. Starting on April 30th, 1916, the German Empire and Austria-Hungary, which organized the first nationwide implementation in their jurisdictions. Many countries have used daylight savings time at various times since then, particularly since the 1970s energy crisis. So this thing really started in Canada first. I'm kind of surprised and shocked. I didn't know that. I did not know daylight savings time actually started here in Ontario. I have to find out where Port Arthur is. Started right here in Canada, in Ontario. And then in 1916, so 8 years later, the German Empire and Austria-Hungary implemented the first nationwide jurisdiction of the daylight savings time. Very, very interesting. So we know that, let me read the beginning part. So it's the typical implementation of daylight saving time is to set clocks forward by 1 hour in the spring forward, and to set clocks back by 1 hour in the fall back, to return to standard time. As a result, there is one 23-hour day in late winter or early spring and one 25-hour day in autumn. Huh? Oh, yeah, 25-hour. That was yesterday. So I'm like, hold on, what? So that was yesterday. There was a 24-hour, what do you call it? A 25-hour day yesterday on the 5th. Very interesting, people. Very interesting. So I didn't even realize it's 24 hours in a day. So, people, did you maximize on that extra hour? Did you? Huh? Did you maximize on that extra hour that we got yesterday? I know I maximized on it in the way of sleep. I got extra sleep that I really needed yesterday. You know, one of those days you just want an extra hour. You just feel like, you know what? I'm going to my bed a little late, and I realized that, you know, my mom texted me last night and said it's daylight savings time. You know, when you get a message from your mom and it just soothes your heart and your soul. Yes, that was it. Daylight savings time. I say, yes, mommy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Oh my gosh, going to bed knowing that I have an extra hour, knowing that it was 11 something instead of going on till 1 a.m. Oh gosh, it felt so good. And waking up this morning when I know I'd wake up at 8 something, I woke up at 7. I said yes. Do you feel it? You know what, the other thing they say about daylight savings time, I think it's during this time. It might be in the summer when the hour goes forward. I can't remember, but they say that you nap more in the afternoon. You nap more during the day. You feel tired when the hour changes. I mean, I don't even know how that's possible, but it's true. I felt tired. I know other people have done that. But it's only 1 hour. It's not like you have jet lag, like you went somewhere and it's a 5-hour, 6-hour difference. Like, it's 1 hour. 1 hour. But for some reason, it causes people to feel tired and want to nap. Really odd. You're listening to Radical Riddimz. This is your girl Princess Playa right here on Canada's first gospel internet radio station, SPRLIVEFM.com. And as always, giving you a taste of Caribbean. And we have things for talk with Chat Wipar. You know, I'm here live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Streaming Praise Radio. Give us a thumbs up. That's how you greet me when you come in here. And also subscribe, because it's not only me that comes on this channel. We have other shows that come on, you know, Praise Life Morning Show and The Save Zone every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. with DJ and the list. You know what? I'm going to get right back into music. I have things to talk about. I just remembered something else that came in my head. But you know what? Before I get into music, I'm going to let you know that November 26th this month is our 3rd annual virtual benefit concert. Organ donor benefit concert. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a good time. We have a testimony of a interview from Mimi Dwyer. Testimony of an interview. We've been interviewing her since last year with regard to her looking for a transplant, looking for an organ donor, and we're going to be talking with her. Exclusive interview, so you don't want to miss that. November 26th, we're going to be raising funds to donate to a worthy cause that we will let you know of soon, as always, every year we do. for the last 2 years. This is the third year. Organ donor virtual benefit concert, November 26th at 7 p.m. right here on our YouTube channel. It's not going to be on radio. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. All right. Let's get back into the music. We're going to hear from Christine Alicia with Above All right here, SPRLIVEFM.com.
Father God, we worship you tonight. Above all powers, above all kings, above all nature and all created things, above all wisdom and all the ways of man, you were here before the world began. Above all kingdoms, above all thrones, above all wonders the world has ever known, above all wealth and treasures of the earth, there's no way to measure what you are. And crucified, laid behind the stones, you lived to die, rejected and alone like a rose, trampled on the ground. You took the fall and part of me above all. You're above all and greatly to be praised. You're above all and greatly to be praised. You're above all. You're above all. Hey. Above all powers, above all kings. You're above all nature and all created things, above all wisdom and all the ways of man. You were there before the world began. Yes, yes, yes. Above all kingdoms and above all thrones, you're above all wonders the world has ever known, above all wealth and treasures of the earth. Said there's no way to measure what you are. So we sing crucified, laid behind the stone. You lived to die, rejected and alone like a rose, trampled on the ground. You took the fall. I'm crazy 'cause you took the fall and thought of me above sing with me. How great is our God? Kingdom artists again. Hey, I wanna tell you about the goodness of Jesus towards me. I could remember where God brought me from, how He took me out the mud and He saved my life from drowning. I used to walk around with my face down in the ground. Depression was my drug. Didn't know that He had a crown. Well, now I tell you, my trials, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know the Savior. I'm not alone. Heaven is my home. So not be until you come. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. See the marks where I fall down. I was on the broad road only leading me to destruction. Then my father, he said no, no, come back home. To me you belong.
gift of life. I give praises every day. Yes, I sing and call out His name. Oh, only He can cleanse me of my sins. Jah alone can stop my enemies. My Lord, in my heart, Jah lives there. In my house, He's worship and revered. He's the light that guides me day by day. Praise His name, let's glorify Him. Now, I don't just pray when I'm burdened. I don't just call on Him when I am down. When things flourish, I heal Him just the same. Share His words, spread love in His name. Share His kindness, spread love in His name. Oh, praise the Father, spread love in His name. Now, in my heart, Jah lives there. In my house, He's worship and revered. He's the light that guides me day by day. Praise His name, let's glorify Him. Now, glory, 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 glory. Praise His name. Hey. Glory, 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 hey. Glory, glory, glory. Praise His name. Misa. So give thanks every day. Sing and shout, call out His name. Only He can cleanse you of your sins. Jah alone can stop your enemies. Now, in my heart, Jah lives there. In my house, He's worship and revered. He's the light that guides me day by day. Praise His name, let's glorify Him. Now, glory, 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 glory. Praise His name. Hey. Glory, glory, glory,
I feel like
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can enjoy an inspirational word, commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
SPRLIVEFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. We welcome you. We welcome you. You heard from Ofalake. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Satisfied. Tony Anthony, Canadian artist. Praise Him. Joanna, Testimony, and Christine Alicia with her rendition of Above All, reggae version of Above All. You know that Jamaicans always reggaeify everything. It doesn't matter what song it is. We will reggaeify it. We will dub it. And anything. You could all sing the Meow Mix song and we will reggaeify it. It doesn't matter. Challenge. This is the Radical Riddimz, your girl Princess Playa, every Sunday from 3 until 6 p.m. So I was talking about daylight savings time a few moments ago, and I kept reading on this whole daylight savings time thing. And because I know there's been dialogue the last couple of years where they wanted to end daylight savings time. And now I realize that you might as well, because I thought daylight savings time was all over the world. It's a minority of the population, a very small minority of the population that does daylight savings time. So Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. I know about the Caribbean already, but Asia, Africa, Latin America, and Caribbean do not do daylight savings time. Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean do not do daylight savings time. So then what's the point? What's the point, really? Yeah. Europe, North America do daylight savings time, and Greenland do daylight savings time. The interesting thing about the United States, though, is that Hawaii and Arizona don't do daylight savings time. However, it says here, the United States observes it except for the states of Hawaii and Arizona. Within the latter, however, the Navajo Nation does observe it, conforming to the federal practice. So Navajo Nation is a indigenous nation, the First Nations. They are the biggest indigenous nation in North America. I've only learned about them because I watched a documentary on them, I think this was last year, about basketball and Navajo Nation basketball documentary. It was quite interesting learning about those people and what happened to them. Would you like to hear it? All right, this is what happened to them. So the Navajo Nation, spelled Navajo Nation, they were, okay, as you know, First Nations, Arizona, New Mexico, all of those, California, I think all of California was all Mexico. If you didn't know, now you know. They were all Mexico. And then the Americans and them what do you call them? The ones that were fighting in the Civil War. They're not Republican. The Confederates and whoever else. They fought, and they went to take over and made California, New Mexico, the New Mexico. That's why it's called New Mexico, Arizona, and all those states. I think Texas as well was a part of that. So what happened was, when they took it over now, they made the Navajo Nation, the people, walk 400 miles into Mexico, where they created the border. 400 miles they made them walk. I forget when this was. And they walked through caverns and everything. It was in the documentary. This guy was talking about it because he said he goes there, during the morning and does his exercise, and he just remembers his ancestors and what happened to them. And then when they were allowed to come back, they had to walk the 400 miles to come back. And they are the biggest indigenous nation in North America, like the biggest, I guess, per like a region of them. It's very big, but they're so poor. Like there's so much. I mean, we know the alcoholism and all that, but when you see the road, I was watching this documentary, and these kids are walking to school, desert. There's no vegetation. When I say, when the grass in the summertime, I know some people had brown grass and they're like, oh, it needs watering and all that. Yeah, man, this place was parched. Okay, water couldn't help that. Everything was brown. You're seeing the school in the middle of like desert. Like across the street was maybe a little, I don't know if it was a gas station, it looked like something, but then everywhere else was like dirt and just brown shrub. It just, everything blended in. And I said, man, this would cause depression because there's no colors, there's no trees, there's no flowers, nothing like that. But anyways, they had followed the high schoolers playing basketball, and they said like this is their way, a lot of them, this is their way of getting out, and getting out of the poverty. And they followed a couple of stories of these young men and what they went through, and how some of them, their father left them depressed, felt that their family was better off without the father there. Some of them have to like get up early in the morning before dia with their family and go to some spring water place and fill up this big drum of water and bring it back to the house. This is before school, before they go to school. They have to do this. I don't know if it's every morning. I can't remember if it was every morning, but it was before day. And they have to leave out, go with the family, help the family, get the water into this big drum that they put in the back of the truck, and then bring that over, because that's how they get water in their house. I said, you live in the United States of America. You're First Nations. What is this? It made me sad to see that, I'm talking about the Navajo Nation in Arizona. It made me sad to see that something like that was going on. And we know here in Canada, similar things happen here. And, the suicide rate and all that, they have an issue with the suicide rate there as well, because it will cause a depression when you watch it. I forget what it's called, but if you were to Google it, Navajo Nation basketball, you'll see it's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still there. I just forget the title of it. I didn't even mean to go into this story. It's because of daylight savings time, and I see that they, although Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time, the Navajo Nation does, which is odd. Very, very odd. But as I said, they are the biggest, I guess you can call it nation. I don't want to use colony. Biggest indigenous group in North America. Yeah. What was the other thing that I noticed interesting about this daylight savings time thing? As I had said, it first started in Canada. I didn't notice 1908, Port Arthur in Ontario it started daylight savings time. Who knew? I didn't know it started here. So maybe that's why they're holding on to it, because we were the first. I don't know. Whatever. But I you know what? I could do without. I mean, I love the extra hour. The extra hour of sleep last night did me well, but I know what happens. I know what's going to happen. Guess what's going to happen, people? My show finishes at 6. And when I leave here today, it's going to be night. That is what I don't like. Night is going to come so early. I can't stand that. I like my daytime. I like the sun. I'm not a vampire, nor am I a Dracula. Okay? I need the sun. I need the sun. I love the sun. I love the daytime. It just feels like when it's night early, it just feels like, okay, the day's done. You can't do nothing. I don't like that. So I could do without the daylight savings time. Tell me how you feel about daylight savings time. A radical Riddimz. Shout out to Brother Benji, who's in the chat. Shout out to you listening. Those that are listening via radio. Brother Benji, you say scrap it. I'm with you. Scrap it. What do we need it for? If majority of the world is not doing daylight savings time, why are we still doing it? Why? It no makes sense to me. It I don't know. Like you're giving less day unless you wake up early in the morning. I don't know how it works out in the mornings. I don't know, but I could do without it. As I had said earlier, I'm going to be plugging it in to let you guys know every time, let you guys know that we have our third annual organ donor benefit concert happening November 26th at 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel. It won't be, I don't think it'll be on our radio station. Typically is not, but things could change. But it's definitely on our YouTube channel. It is a concert, so you'll want to see us. You'll want to see the people. And we're going to have an exclusive testimonial interview from Mimi Dwyer. It's going to be awesome. You want to hear this story. You definitely want to hear this story. Exclusive. It's going to be a powerful time. November 26th at 7 p.m. On Monday that passed, myself, DJ Analyst, and Lady J. If you guys listened to Lady J's show last week, Monday, she was live on location doing her show. We were at an artist showcase hosted and presented by GMI Hub, which is a gospel music industry hub. And it was a good time. We saw a lot of artists ministering that night and a lot of Canadian talent. It was really good. It was really good. And, you know, it was good for some people to put names to faces with regards to us, you know, because it's just radio unless you watch us on YouTube. But it was a good time, and we will be sharing some stuff. I think Lady J had some interviews that she did, so she will be sharing those interviews on her coming shows. And speaking of Lady J, she celebrated a birthday. Shout out to you, Lady J. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And she's doing it up, celebrating it up right now. Anyway, you're listening to Canada's first gospel internet radio station, SPRLIVEFM.com. This is your girl, Princess Playa, with the Radical Riddimz, giving you a taste of the Caribbean and with talk things as always. Let's get back into the music with Minister Marion Hall. Room in my house for Jesus. Yes!
But in my house, there's a room that I have especially reserved for my Jesus. Hey, there's a room in my house reserved for Jesus. Hey, there's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Oh yes, He come as He please, and I never hear Him leave. There's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Hey, there's a room. What kind of room? A hallelujah room. A hallelujah room. There's a room. What kind of room? A fiery room. A fiery room. There's a room. What kind of room? A Holy Ghost room. A Holy Ghost room. There's a room. A revival room. Hey, there's a room in my house reserved for Jesus. Hey, there's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Oh yes, He come as He please, and I never hear Him leave. There's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Hey, He no under construction. He no need renovation. Me got Him no need invitation. Him a me salvation. So me don't let me instruction. Say me no need disturbance. Hey, lock out the boy Satan, because him a destruction. There's a room in my house reserved for Jesus. Come on now, there's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Oh yes, He come as He please, and I never hear Him leave. There's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Hey, Him not fit the renter. Me got Him know who me a center. I coulda under tenter. Me a worship in thy presence. And when me go on me knee, and me God put Him hands on me. Satan followers all of them flee. Inna this room me God said There's a room in my house reserved for Jesus. Hey, there's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Oh yes, He come as He please, and I never hear Him leave. There's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. I pray in that room, I worship in that room, I fast in that room, call for me Savior in that room, I cry in that room, testify in that room, glorify in that room. Yes, that room. There's a room in my house reserved for Jesus. And there's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. Oh yes, He come as He please, and I never hear Him leave. There's a room in my house reserved for the Lord. There's a room, yes Lord, a Holy Ghost room, yes Lord. There's a room, yes Lord, a fiery room, hey. There's a room, a revival room, yes. There's a room, yeah, yeah, a worship room, oh yes, hallelujah.
Make I tell you something. Me tell the devil, say nobody try to trick me or lick me. For me a God pick me, so I'ma forget they behind me quickly. God give me the victory, sir.
I am determined to hold out till the end. Jesus is with me, in Him I can depend. For I know I have salvation, I feel it in my soul. I am determined to hold out till the end.
I know I am determined. I'm determined, y'all. Jesus is with me, oh yeah.
In Him I can depend.
For I know I have salvation. I am determined, yeah.
To hold on till the end.
Me nah go stop, me nah go quit, no matter the circumstance. I ask the Lord to take my hand and lead me all the way. The trial and cross them in my way, I try to fall me down. I made up my mind that come what may, I go and receive my crown.
Oh, for I know I have salvation, I feel it in my soul. I am determined to hold on to the end.
I know I am determined. I'm determined, y'all. Jesus is with me.
I can depend. For I know
I have salvation. I am determined, yeah,
to hold on to the end.
See, I decided a long time ago that I'm going all the way with Jesus. From Galilee, for He has done so very much for me. He has taken all my sins, and let the Holy Ghost come in. I love that man from Galilee. I love that man from Galilee. Oh, for He has done so very much for me. Yeah, He has taken all my sins, and let the Holy Ghost come in. I love that man from Galilee.
You belong to me. You belong to me. I am yours. Show me what love. Show me true power.
Everybody, come on, put your hands together and give God some praise in this place. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Uwekelule jomidabanege belekete. Jesus. Uwekelule jomidabanege belekete.
Jesus,
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Blessings. I'm Brian Malay of Streaming Praise Radio. We would like to invite you to partner with us financially. We are not a government-supported station. All of our funding is supported by our listeners, advertising, and services. At this time we do need your support. We have monthly financial obligations to keep the station running, as well as regular maintenance of our equipment. If you would like to assist us, there are two options to give. Go to our website, SPRLIVEFM.com, click or tap on the Donate tab, and give through PayPal. For our Canadian residents, you can send an email transfer to info@streamingpraiseradio.com. That's info@streamingpraiseradio.com. No amount is too small or too big. We thank you in advance for your gift. May God richly bless you.
You're listening to SPRLiveFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. This is the Radical Riddimz, your girl Princess Playa, here every Sunday from 3 until 6 p.m. 6 p.m. It's already 15 minutes since it was 4 o'clock. And yeah, we're listening to some good music. We heard from Dare Akimyemi. Yes, okay. Dare Akimyemi. Only Jesus. Irene Rock, What Love Is. Paul McKay, I Am Determined. And somebody messaged me saying, Tune. And we heard from Minister Marion Hall, Room in My House, Reserved for Jesus. Hey! That was Marion Hall. You all know who Marion Hall is, a.k.a. formerly known as Lady Saw. But she's saved. She's saved. She's saved. You know, I saw an interview with her. Oh, gosh. What is the man's name? It's in Jamaica. The man's first name is Winston. His show is called On Stage, I believe. And she was on there, and I think the same episode, it was Papa San as well. Had an interview with the man afterwards, and she was just talking about, you know, the foolishness that she can get herself into with regard to, I think I talked about this months ago, and she, because of the slackness in dancehall right now and some of the lyrics, and because she knows some of these artists, she had gone on her live and was talking about it and saying, you know, they need not to do that, and you know, this is not good and not a good image, and just calling them to a holiness, a purity, you know, do better, you know. And she kind of got a little bit maybe a little bit aggressive and insulting. Maybe a little bit, but because it's Jamaican, you know, I don't really, it's just the way that we talk sometimes, right? But she is a minister, so it looked really bad. So, I mean, I don't think Shensia said anything, but I know Spice said something, and Tanya Stevens said something, and it caused people to talk up and talk against her, and to the point where Lady Saw for a moment, Marion Hall for a moment, she took a break from social media a little bit. And so they were talking about that, and she just said, you know, I am who I am, and I respect that. I mean, she is who she is. You know what you're going to get. She's going to talk her mind. She's going to speak up, you know, and at the same time, when I look back, I remember what she was saying when I watched the live, and it wasn't, yes, she was coming against them and saying some things maybe she shouldn't have said, but at the same time, she was encouraging them to turn to Christ, and she was encouraging them to clean up their life and to move away from the slackness and, you know, all that stuff. Don't you want to have songs like Bob Marley, songs that live forever? You know, why are you going to have these kind of slack songs? You know, have songs that uplift and encourage and, you know, all of that stuff. But yes, that was Minister Marion Howard, Room in My House, and she debuted her new song, Sorry to Hurt Your Feelings. Sorry to Hurt Your Feelings. That's the title of the song. So basically, it's a song for the haters, that people who tried to come against her, people who tried to chat her, people who tried to tear her down, people who tried to kill her. You know, it's sorry to hurt your feelings. I did not die. You know, the devil, he tried a thing and, you know, it didn't work and all this stuff. So that's her latest song that she has out that we haven't played yet on this station, but we will. what should I get into? You know what? I have to big up somebody. I was hoping that they would come in, and maybe they'll come in a little bit later, maybe. But I have to big up. Last week I said October 31st was the debut of Faye T being the co-host on Praise Life Morning Show. And I know there are people that have come on the show and during the week and we're listening to support and all that. And we thank you. We saw our listenerships go up and all of that. And I can honestly say it gave a different feel and a different vibe. I know that Faye T would have come in with some challenge for Brother Claremont, and because she has a spiciness to her, a low-key spiciness to her, which is a good added touch. But it was good. I have to say that she did a good job. I know that she was I don't know if she was nervous. She didn't seem like it. Brother Claremont, she was nervous? Faye T, she was nervous being on the show? Yeah, she was good. I think she had said she was nervous at one point, or she was. Nah, she didn't sound it. And the thing is, the first show that she did, she was doing an interview, I was like, okay. Yes, she did very good. She did very, very good. So continue to listen to Praise Life Morning Show every morning from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Every day is something different. Every day is a different theme. Every day is a different feel, with the two co-hosts, Claremont Humphrey and Faye T, Monday to Friday. Start off your morning great with the Praise Life Morning Show. Put in that plug. Yes, Brother Benji, yes, it sounds like a bag of mix-up with Marion Holland Spice. Yeah, always, women. And I'm a woman, and I don't even like it. I hate drama like that. I hate that. I really do. I try to stay away from all that. I'm barking and catty. I'm not a catty person. Let me tell you guys something. You see me? I'm very different from the ordinary woman. Me just cut from a different cloth altogether. Right? See all that stuff? I hear it, I see it, but you will never catch me in the middle of it because I nip that in the bud. I'm like, yo, me not in that foolishness. This is what me said. This is how me feel. Okay, how you feel about it? All right, good. All right, move on. And that's it. Me not into the long talking. Yes, so I was just looking at something. Oh, you know what's going on right now, people, in Ontario? There is a strike happening. So, the cost of living everywhere has gone up. Cost of living, the groceries has gone up, every gas has gone up, everything, except for salaries. Except for, the salaries and I mean, the minimum wage in Canada has gone up a little bit, but not at the same increments as the cost of living. Rent, everything, host price, everything has gone up. It's so hard to get ahead right now. It's so hard. And so the education workers, QP workers, they went on they want to go on strike. They were demanding, more money, whatever, because of what they're getting. It's not making it. It's not making it. The Ford government passed a legislation on Thursday that banned strikes and imposed a 4-year contract on the QP workers. Okay? The law included the notwithstanding clause as a way to guard against constitutional challenges. So right now, on Friday, the educational workers decided to go on strike. They're now doing something that's illegal because the government put a ban on them striking. And I was in Mississauga passing through, I think it was Burnham, Thorpe, and Dixie, and there was a whole lot of people there. And that was the same day they had a big gathering at Queen's Park downtown. That's where the if you guys don't know, you're not from Toronto listening, Queen's Park is like your parliamentary building, your Senate building, cabinet, state house, something like that. And there was a lot of people there protesting. Now, I heard on the radio that they're getting charged $4,000 a day per person 4,000. That's the fine. That is the fine for this this strike. So what they're doing is illegal, and the government is now going to be raking in money. And these people are saying that them nah stop, them no business. So children now are have to go to remote learning at least for another week because they're going to be striking. People, $4,000 per person per day. You do the maths. You do the maths. And it's hundreds of people that are protesting. Okay? This is crazy. It is crazy. I cannot believe that the Ontario government, that Ford, when the first name Doug Ford, put in this legislation. He passed this legislation preventing them from striking. What is this? Trudeau 2.0? What in the world? I can't believe it. Yes, Brother Benji, bulliness agwan. Yes, they're bullying. And they have every right to strike. Every right to strike. Because they're not making anything. Their increase, I think they said, okay, hold on. It says the union had been seeking annual salary increase of 11.7% for its workers, who make on average $39,000 a year. That's nothing. But the imposed contract would give 2.5% annual raises to workers making less than $43,000 and 1.5% raises for all others. That $39,000, $43,000, not making it right now. Inflation is serious. Is not making it right now. This is crazy, and they're not allowing them to strike and giving them a fine per day. That's insane. What are you saying, Benji? The professional athlete makes more than a teacher. It's just way more. They make more than they make more than everybody. Like, they make more than police. They make more than a doctor. They make more than the prime minister, the president of the United States. They make more than enough people. And they're playing ball. And anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, you know, it's terrible. So if you can, you know, get behind these educational workers somehow. If there's petition for you to sign it. Especially if you have children, you know, you want to get behind these people, because this is a shame that this legislation passed, banning them from striking and imposing a 4-year contract. That means if they're in this contract, that means that they can't experience a raise, a salary increase annually. I'm guessing that that's what that means. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm telling you, it feels like Trudeau 2.0. I'm not gonna say a thing. Let me see if somebody has say. My friend said, we need not pay none of them fine. You mean taxpayers? Yeah. Yes. My friend says we stand with the educational workers. Yes, I stand with them too. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. The educational workers, they're getting paid by the government. It's like it's through government. They're under the government, provincial government. How are you gonna tell them that they cannot go on strike? How are you gonna I'm when I heard that, I was like, what? Why? Huh? They're not even making enough to make ends meet. Just a pass. It's 2022. I don't know. By the time we get to 2025, what are things going to look like? What is Canada going to look? Forget about everywhere else. What is Canada going to look like, people? With the rise of inflation and the threat of recession now, with interest rates increasing, what is Canada about to look like? There are people that cannot find place to rent with affordable pricing. Affordable rent. They can't find it. Them now have to join up. Families have to join up. This is what's happening. People are packed up. And then on top of it, we can't have but so many people in one house, or somebody's going to call the police and then they put a fine on people. So that's the other part of this thing, that you can't have 15 people living in your house. That's against law. You can't have 10 people living in your house. I forget what the bylaws are, how many people can live in a certain dwelling, but people can easily call the police and police can come and issue a fine and maybe a charge, so you can't even do that. What's going to happen in 2025, people? What's going to happen? You listen to SPRLIVEFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. This is the Radical Riddimz with your girl, Princess Playa. I'm live on YouTube on this blessed November 6th. It's fall. However, this week felt like summer. We're going to talk about that when we get back from the music. We're going to hear from Jude Clark, Never Fail Me Yet, right now.
Oh, na, na, na. God, oh God, you're always faithful. Yeah. I remember the rough times. How can I forget the tough times? I wanted to quit so much times. When I was feeling lonely, depression nearly drowned me. But Lord, you came and you found me. And you never left me. You did not desert me. Time and time again, you rescued me. You kept watching over me. You wrapped your arms around me. Though I did deserve your grace and mercy, Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Oh na na na. Battling temptation, almost destroyed by Satan. But Father, you had a next plan. When I was unstable, to keep me you were able. Lord, you showed you are faithful. And you never left me. You did not desert me. Time and time again, you rescued me. You kept watching over me. You wrapped your arms around me. Though I did deserve your grace and mercy, Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Oh na na na. You never ever, never ever ever. You never ever, never ever fail me. You never ever, never ever ever fail me yet. No, you never ever, never ever ever. You never ever, never ever fail me. You never ever, never ever ever fail me yet. You never left me. You did not desert me. Time and time again, you rescued me. You kept watching over me. You wrapped your arms around me. Though I did deserve your grace and mercy, Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Lord, you never failed me yet. Oh God, you never failed me yet. Oh na na na. God, oh God, you're always faithful.
Are you all ready? Get yourself a little room, because this one's going to require some movement.
With long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. With long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. Oh.
I fall, you will raise me up. I'm protected by your shadow. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good to me. I will praise you forever. With long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. With long life, say with long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. With long life, so I will praise you forever. Only you can satisfy. When I call on, you will answer. When I fall, you will raise me up. I'm protected by your shadow. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good to me. So I will praise you forever. With long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. With long life, you will satisfy me. You will satisfy me. With long life, so I will praise you forever. Only you can satisfy.
Me got you. Give all of the glory to the King of the Kings, and give honor and praise for long life and blessings. Now raise your hands, wave him up in the sky, and glorify the Lord, for He's the source of my life. Sing.
You are the source of our life and hope, and my life and hope is in you. Say,
You are the source of our life and hope, and my life and hope is in you.
I will live and not die in your presence. Satisfied, yes I am. I will live, I will not die in your presence. Satisfied, I will live and not die in your presence. Satisfied, oh I will live and not die. You are so sad.
You are the source of our life and hope, and my life and hope is in you.
I will live and not die in your presence. Satisfied, oh I will live and not die. You are the source of my life and hope, lover of my soul, my future hold, daily sustainer, past redeemer, forever and ever and ever.
Oh, the ship.
Long life,
You will satisfy me.
Sing it.
You will satisfy me.
oh,
With long life,
oh, Lord.
you will satisfy me.
You will satisfy me, God.
With long life,
So I will
will praise you forever.
forever,
Forever.
for the rest of my days,
I
Lord.
will praise you forever.
Forever, Jesus, you are rock up. Hey. Yeah. He's somebody righteous. Those who trust in the Most High, it says nothing can move them. Rock is solid and his walls high. It's built like walls round Jerusalem. The wicked won't violate, the righteous with violence. No need for me to stand up against them. The evil will not prevail over the righteous state. Like Romans 8, what can separate me?
trust in the Most High. It says nothing can move them.
Nothing can move them now.
The rock is solid and his walls high. He's built like walls round Jerusalem. So no matter what them try, they can penetrate the hill that surrounds me. Covered on every side.
Still can penetrate the hill that surrounds me.
Jehovah is my guide.
Still can penetrate the hill that surrounds me.
Your presence brings peace that surrounds me, and your glories around me. Thank you, Father, you love me. Those who trust in the Most High, it says nothing can move them, because you are the rock solid mountain. Oh,
Jesus, you are.
because you are the rock solid
mountain.
Jesus, you are. You are the rock solid
mountain.
my great cornerstone. You are. Oh, yeah. You are the rock solid
mountain.
Jesus, you are. Jesus, you are. Solid. You are the rock. Jesus, you are. Yeah, you are. You are the rock solid.
Jesus is the new wave. Still drop. Lord, I give you all the glory, glory, glory. And I give you all the honor, yeah. For everything that you do, yeah. I'm a praise your name, I'm a praise your name. I'm feeling your fire burning my heart, oh. Don't need no extinguisher, I'm flaming for you, Lord. Nah. This kind of favor without no labor, nah. You are my God, you are my everything. Lord, I give you all the glory, and I give you all the honor, yeah. For everything that you do, yeah. I'm a praise your name, I'm a praise your name. Over, you are my God and my owner. It's by your grace that I'm covered. Save gang to forever. Over, you are my God and my owner. It's by your grace that I'm covered. Save gang to forever. Yeah. I'm feeling your fire burning my heart, oh. Don't need no extinguisher, I'm flaming for you, Lord. This kind of favor without no labor, nah. You are my God, you are my everything. Lord, I give you all the glory, and I give you all the honor, yeah. For everything that you do, yeah. I'm praising your name. Way back, didn't know my life would be so beautiful. Didn't know my life would be so beautiful with you. But every year, Jesus, you've been there for me. And you did burn my heart with everything that you do. Give you all the honor, yeah. For everything that you do, yeah. I'm
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can enjoy an inspirational word, commentary, special interviews, and a whole lot of gospel music from Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live. Yes, Streaming Praise Radio, SPR Live, SPRLIVEFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. You're listening to the Radical Riddimz with your girl Princess Playa, right here every Sunday from 3 until 6 p.m. We welcome our listeners on the radio and every platform that you're listening from, and we welcome those on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Streaming Praise Radio. When you come on in, give me a thumbs up just to help with our algorithms. That's the way you greet me when you come in here. It's like knocking on the door saying, "What's up? Hey, Princess Playa." Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because my show is not the only show that comes on this channel. We have Praise Life Morning Show. We have specials. We have so many things on that. I think we have over 400 videos on this station right now, on this YouTube channel. Also, The Save Zone with DJ Analyst comes on every Friday at 8 p.m. Yesterday? No, yesterday was Saturday. Friday night. You know what? Before I get into that, want to remind you that on November 26th at 7 p.m., right on our YouTube channel, Streaming Praise Radio, so that's why you need to subscribe, we are having our third annual organ donor benefit concert. You don't want to miss it. We're going to be raising funds, as we always do, a donation to a charitable organization that has to do with organ donation. It's going to be a good evening. We're going to have an exclusive testimonial interview. That's my title for it, because I don't know what else. It's not just an interview and it's not just a testimonial. It's exclusive because she's not talking nowhere else but here. Exclusive testimonial interview with Mimi Dwyer. Miriam Dwyer. What she want to go by? Mimi Sinclair Dwyer. Miriam Sinclair Dwyer. Okay, Miriam Sinclair Dwyer. Okay, forget what I said from before. We will be interviewing her, exclusive testimonial interview on that day. So you don't want to miss it and hear her journey. It is a journey, an awesome journey. We thank God for her life. So Friday that passed, at West Toronto Church of God, I was afforded the opportunity, like so many other people, and make it seem like I got special invitation. But there was they called it the Legacy Honors, and it was the first of, it seems like there's going to be other ones. And they were honoring Dion Cockett. Now, if you're in the Toronto area, you know that Dion has been instrumental and worked with a lot of groups, choirs back in the day. He used to go to West Toronto Church of God when it was Halton Street. I think it was called, no, it was West Toronto. No, it was called, no, we called it Halton Street Church of God. You know what? I'm confused because it was on Halton Street. We called it Halton Street, and I can't remember if they were actually called West Toronto, but it's now West Toronto. They've moved from Halton Street. At any rate, they had a special special celebration service for him, celebrating his contribution to the gospel industry in Toronto. As a legacy honors, they gave him an award, a plaque, and it was so good. Faith Outreach was there. Sharon Riley, Faith Outreach, Londa Larman, Kimberly Ade, and some people who sang in I call it YOMAS, Youth Outreach Mass Choir, YOMAS or YOMC. We're singing there. It was so many musicians, because Dion playing on the organ, he wrote songs, arranged songs, all that stuff. So the musicians came out. Mind you, I was hoping to see a couple of other musicians that I know play with him. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know me, I'm just going to talk. But whatever, I'm not going to say nothing else. But the other musicians came out and played, and I know that Dion appreciated it and everything. But one thing I've got to say, if you are listening from the States, if you are, even Bishop Bloomer, there were videos that came in. They were showing video tributes. And Bishop Bloomer, if you guys know Bishop George Bloomer from North Carolina, he gave his, he's always up here back and forth for years, from I think the 80s or something like that. And maybe early 90s. But he gave his appreciation to Dion and said that, you know what? A lot of the music that you put forth, you're the one that put Toronto on the map with regards to the States and made people realize that music is coming from Toronto. Yeah, and that's, I mean, man, the music, let me tell you guys something. There is some serious talent in Toronto from a long time. I'm telling you. That's why we try to support. We know that they're not getting the stage that they get. We have our show Strictly Canadian on Mondays at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. But we also do have our Canadian rotations. Which is a True North sound. And you will be seeing something about that real soon. But we have what we call the True North sound. And we have some serious talent just in Toronto alone. Never mind Montreal. Never mind the Prairie provinces. We have some serious talent just in Toronto alone. The music I heard, it just brought me back. It brought me back to like the 90s and just hearing the choir music. Everybody was having a good time, man. The audience turned into a choir. Everybody singing their parts, you know, the musicians were bigging up each other, you know, and I mean, it was just a good time, a reunion, because a lot of people didn't see, you know, faces for a long time, you know, not only because of the pandemic, but also before that, just life. Everybody gets older and, you know, you start getting a family, all that stuff, and move away. You know, I think there were some people that came from out of town for this event, but, you know, Dion was honored. As he should be. And I think that this legacy honors thing they're going to be doing more of them, I believe, for sure. It's definitely needed. I think every city should have that to honor the people who have, you know, done something different in the gospel community of that city, put the city on the map, you know, contributed. I think I think of somebody else off the top of my head, and I know that, anyways, I'm not going to say nothing more, but I know Courtney Williams is another person. We'll see. I don't know who they're going to honor next, because it sounded to me that this was something that they're going to continue to do, because they said that this award was going to be named after Dion. Yeah, so we'll see who they honor next, but it was a good time. It was well attended, and I was concerned if it was going to be well attended because it wasn't advertised. It wasn't put out there as it should be, you know? But it was a good time. And people, if you didn't make it out, my people from Toronto, if you didn't make it out, people who know Dion, went to church with Dion and all that, you didn't make it out, you missed something. But I heard it's on YouTube. I don't know what channel it's on. You're going to have to maybe, you know, put in his name and Legacy Honors. Just put Legacy Honors, Dion Cockett, and it should come up. Yeah, it was a good time. I liked how they organized it, and it just flowed. It was really good. Anyways, Brother Benji, yes, I see you. You said we are well stocked up in gospel music here in Toronto. That Dion Cockett tribute was sweet. Yes, it was sweet. I got to see you, Lady J, and, you know, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. It made me miss Toronto concerts. Back in the day, we used to have concerts, you know, and these concerts, we didn't have to go and get people from the States to come up here. You know, when you had a UMC concert, when you had Faith Outreach concert, when you had like Toronto, did I say Toronto Mass Choir concert? You know, people came out to these concerts, you know, even the groups. You know, you had selections. Remember back in the day? You know, concerts. People came out to these concerts. We didn't have to go and grab up, Dietrich Haddon, John P. Key, Fred Hammond, and commissioned. I'm going back in the day. You didn't have to come. Bring them up to say, okay, we're gonna have them come so that people would come out. People came out back then to concerts, and I miss that, man. Everybody was enthusiastic Friday. Everybody was, into it, and man, it was a good time. It was a good time, man. They need to do something like that again. Like maybe have, YoMC. I saw someone wearing Better Benji. Did you see Jay Anta wearing the YoMC jersey that they wore on their album cover? I couldn't believe it. I said, what? First of all, I didn't even know she was in YoMC. And I'm seeing the jersey. I said, yo, I haven't seen that jersey. I don't know how many of them still have that jersey. But it was an awesome time. And it was good for me to have been there. It was good for us to have been there. Yes. Anyways, let me get back into the music. And I'm going to play YoMC right now. Youth Outreach Mass Choir. Prayed and I Prayed. Right here, SPRLIVEFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. You know what? Wrong song. It wasn't pretty. It's Take Time to Pray. That's the song I want to play. I'm like, what is this? Take Time to Pray. Right here, SPRLIVEFM.com.
there's no one around.
Pray without ceasing.
get you down, down, down. Just pray. Pray without ceasing. Only God, Jehovah Jireh, can know your heart when you pray. Take the time, take the time, take the time. Only God alone, only God alone. Just pray.
straight from the island. Hey, woo, boy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ready? Come, action. Hey, praise all day. We gon' give you all the praise. There is power in your name. Oh yeah. Praise all day. We gon' give you all the praise. There is power in your name. Oh, I call upon call him my provider. Call him my comforter. Sweetest name I know. Oh yeah, I call upon Jesus, my provider. Hey, my comforter. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus is the sweetest name. Jesus, He is the great I am. Oh yes, He died for all of us, raised to life in all of us.
Here we go. The truth and life. Boy. He's the way, the truth and life. Everybody, we're gonna give you all the praise. There is power in your name. Oh yeah. Praise all day. We're gonna give you all the praise. There is power in your name. Boy, I called upon Jesus, my provider. Oh, my comforter. Sweetest name I know. Oh yeah, I called upon Jesus, my provider. Yeah, my comforter.
Sweetest name I know.
Joshua, where the in the middle of all my worries, your woman's right there to let me know. No matter what is my story, you're totally in control. Boy, you will calm my storm, make a way through oceans. You're the greatest I am. Boy, yeah. Set the captives free. Hey, my Jesus will come true for you and me. Throw your hand on me. We gon' give you all the praise. There is power. Oh yeah. Say praise all day. We gon' give you all the praise. There is power. Oh, I call upon. Hallelujah. I call upon. Ready on. Grab something and wave. Something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Listen, everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen. Everything you touch.
Sweetness.
Just wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Listen, everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen. 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 Favor will follow you. Mercy will see you through. Long life will follow you. Amen, amen, amen. Your name will open doors. One day you'll be a boss. I am no longer lost. Amen, amen, amen. Everything you touch, go up. 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 Amen. Just wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Just wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Listen. Blessings will follow you in everything you do. Jesus will see you through. Amen, amen, amen. Good news will locate you. Favor will follow you. Ready for your breakthrough. Amen, listen. Amen. And every door that was open, and every word that was spoken, and every curse that was broken. Amen, amen. And every door that was open, and every word that was spoken, and every curse that was broken. Amen, amen. Everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen.
every word that was spoken, and every curse that was broken. Amen, amen. And every door that was open, and every word that was spoken, and every curse that was broken. Amen, amen. I feel it in my soul. When it hits, I lose control. I feel it in my soul. When it hits, I lose control. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. Get something and wave it. Get something and wave for Jesus. There is power when you call on Jesus. There is power when you say his name. There is power when you call on Jesus. Get something and wave. Get something and wave. There is power when you call on Jesus. There is power when you say his name. There is power when you call on Jesus. Get something and wave. Get something and wave. Listen, everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen. Everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen. Everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen. Everything you touch, go up. Amen, amen.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Blessings. I'm Brian Malay of Streaming Praise Radio. We would like to invite you to partner with us financially. We are not a government-supported station. All of our funding is supported by our listeners, advertising, and services. At this time we do need your support. We have monthly financial obligations to keep the station running, as well as regular maintenance of our equipment. If you would like to assist us, there are two options to give. Go to our website, SPRLIVEFM.com, click or tap on the Donate tab, and give through PayPal. For our Canadian residents, you can send an email transfer to info@streamingpraiseradio.com. That's info@streamingpraiseradio.com. No amount is too small or too big. We thank you in advance for your gift. May God richly bless you.
You're listening to SPRLiveFM.com, Canada's first gospel internet radio station. This is the Radical Riddimz, your girl Princess Playa, every Sunday from 3 until 6 p.m. We have 45 minutes left in the show. I give you a taste of the Caribbean. We talk some stuff, and we've talked some stuff today. People. Those of you in the the greater Toronto area, we've experienced some serious weather. Not bad weather, beautiful weather, unusual weather for this time of year, right? It felt like summer, okay? It felt like the tail end of summer. It felt like spring, like high spring. Yesterday, for instance, yesterday felt like a summer day, like a cooler summer day. It was, I heard, and this I can't convert. I'm sorry, people. I think it's I know it's in the high 60s, maybe. No, it reached 70s. Yes. In the high 70s. People were saying 23 degrees. Then I heard 24 degrees. And then I heard some areas is 27 degrees yesterday. I went outside and I was like, is this November? I felt like I could pull up a chair and just hang out outside in the parking lot and just chill because the weather was gorgeous yesterday. November 5th. November. I don't even have to say the day. Just the fact I'm saying November. And it was in the 20s, almost 30 degrees. In November, okay? The whole week was gorgeous, just gorgeous. And apparently tomorrow, I think it's going back to seasonal temperatures. Oh, gosh. So I was like, you know what? Enjoy it while it lasts. I know some people have gotten sick because that's what happens. You know, this kind of weather does have an underlining cool draft to it somewhere. But honestly, yesterday, I felt no cool draft. I'm telling you, yesterday felt like it was August going into September. That's what it felt like. It was so beautiful. A lot of people were outside. A lot of people doing their thing. I think some people didn't know what to do with themselves. I saw kids wearing shorts and t-shirt. Honestly, if it was my kid, not in November, I don't care how hot it is, because it's me have to stay up with you to make you feel better in the night when you can't sleep and you're hawk, and I cough and cough and cough. So, yeah. Little girl wearing t-shirt and little shots outside, chest out the door, everything. So, all right, well, we'll see what happened with you. But oh my gosh, I thank God for the beautiful weather this week, this past week. So people, again, let me give this disclaimer. So on this show, yes, it's a Christian station. Yes, we talk about church, we talk about all kind of stuff. But I know that Christians talk about everything. We talk about sports, we talk about politics, we talk about TV stuff, we talk about movies, all that stuff. We talk about movies. People, you know what's coming out on November 11th? I was going to talk about something else, but you know what's coming out November 11th? Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2. Let me tell you something. I purposely did not look hard onto the trailer for Black Panther 2 because I don't want no spoilers. I'm a person that I don't want people to tell me even how they felt about a movie. I will go, if I want to see the movie, I will go the first night it comes out because I know how people chat and I know how social media stay and people will spoil it for people. So I purposely, any Marvel movie, I'm seeing it on the Friday night. If I can see it the Thursday, I'll see it the Thursday because I don't want anybody to say to me, oh, it was a great movie, or it sucked, or I loved it, oh, I was so surprised, oh, there's a surprise at the end. I don't want to hear that stuff. I want the surprise. I want the experience. I want to say if it was good. You know, I don't want spoilers, nothing like that. So I have a birthday party to go to on November 11th on Friday. So I'm like, do I go to the birthday party or do I go to this movie? People, it's that serious. It's that serious. So I'm contemplating, do I go to the movie or do I go to this birthday party? I'll probably go to the movie first and then go to the birthday party afterwards because it'll be late anyways. I'll show my face. But I have to see the movie. That movie is going to be epic. And of course, you know that they're going to have some type of tribute. They're probably keeping it hush hush because I haven't seen any form of, what do you say, like inclination that they're going to do a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. But you know, of course, they're going to have to. They're going to have to do something, some kind of compilation, some kind of something they're going to put together with regard to, you know, dedicating it to Chadwick and, you know, doing something. They probably have some lost footage that they can, you know, from Black Panther, the first one, to put into this one, you know, some edited scenes or deleted scenes, you know, stuff like that they can put in this one. I'm sure they'll be able to do that because they haven't said anything. They haven't given any hints or, you know, nothing like that. So they can't do Black Panther 2 without having Chadwick in it somehow, some way. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. Yes, that's November 11th, Remembrance Day. Oh, Remembrance Day. I should have worn my pin today. I have a pin, a poppy pin, a button with a poppy on it. That's what we do here in Canada. I don't know. I don't think the States really does it. Sorry. It's more a Canadian thing. The poppy field, and everybody wears poppies heading towards when November starts and heading towards Remembrance Day. So, I was talking about the stuff that I talk about on the show because I recognize that Christians talk about everything. We talk about everything. We just don't talk about Bible. We talk about everything. So there were 2 shows that I've been watching. Well, one is a show and the other one is a mini documentary. So I found interesting. So the first I'll talk about the documentary. The documentary is called Speed Cubers. Speed Cubers, okay? Now, Speed Cubers is about people who can solve a Rubik's Cube in seconds, under 10 seconds. Some under 7 seconds, some under 6 seconds. I think some under 5 seconds. People, I watch this thing and I'm looking at it. I'm like, how are they solving this? They have the 2-hand competition. They have they have different competitions, and then they have the 1-hand competition. I saw this person just doing it for fun, fiddling, having the cube in his hand, fiddling. People, why is it that I'm crying watching this? Watching this 40-minute Speed Cubers documentary. I'm crying because there's this young man on it. There's 2. There's Max Park. He's Asian. And then you have Felix, who's from the States. And they're competition. They're each other's competition, but they're close. Now, Max Park, he has autism. And just seeing his journey and how he came into the Rubik's Cube and what his parents went through and what the doctor said about him, and just seeing how he's won these competitions and just seeing how he's evolved, it made me happy for him. And I'm a softie. And I cry after the documentary. I can't believe Rubik's Cube can make me cry. But it's such a cute documentary. You know, it's very interesting. I wish I had watched the documentary before the summer. Then I would have realized that there was the world competition was in Toronto this past summer. I missed it. I would have went, people. I would have went to that competition because me want to see it in live and in living color. Them solving those cubes in 5 seconds. People, these people are Rubik's Cube? The thing from the 80s with all the different colors, the 6 sides, like a big cube, and it's all mixed up and you have to go solve it. I've never ever solved it in my life. I've maybe done, the most I've done is 2 sides the same color, the most. Other than that, I've never solved it. These people are like this, moving like this. Like, I'm frightened. It's scary. It's actually scary to see them solve it in seconds like that. I don't understand how their mind works to do that. And not all of them are autistic. So, autistic persons that live with autism, they have a gift. They have gifts. They have different gifts. And I just know they followed Max Park, who's autistic, and the other guy isn't. The other people aren't. So I don't know. It was amazing. And then the other show that I watched is Love is Blind. This is the 3rd season of Love is Blind. Now you're probably like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you watched that, Princess Playa. Yes, I watched it. I was hooked from the first season. The first season was, I think, the best season. It was the most authentic season. It was the season by far that had the best couple, the most genuine love story ever. The most genuine love story ever. And they're still together strong. Lauren and Cameron, I believe his name was. Yeah, oh my gosh. This season, God, it's atrocious. It's atrocious. So if you don't know what Love is Blind is, this is the whole format of Love is Blind. So you have a group of men, a group of women, single. They're all living in some place. They're separated from each other, right? Then they go into these pods and they go on, like you can call it speed dating, but they can't see each other. They can only hear each other. So they're talking in a room and they come with a pad and paper and they're asking questions. They write down everything. Then they go back to the rooms with all the guys, all the girls. Everybody's dating each other. Now they're going on dating and they're seeing, okay, who they like and who they're like, I don't want to have another date with that person. Okay, I want to go on a second date with that person. I want to talk more with this person. And that's what they're doing. They cannot see each other. So at the end of this portion of it, the men are supposed to find the person they're supposed to propose to and show that love is blind. So they propose to this person through a glass. They can't see them. And the person says, yes, I will. And then After that, they go somewhere, they dress up, and they're supposed to see each other. And that's where the guy formally proposes and gives the ring. Okay, so that's what happens. Then after that, they're supposed to go away. It's like a honeymoon before the marriage. Okay, they go away, everybody now. So this is where it's usually 5 couples. This is where all the couples now see who is with who. And it's interesting because some men, some women have had to choose one between 2 people, you know, and then sometimes a person they didn't choose ends up being with somebody else. So they're now at the paradise place, and they're what do you call it? I guess you could say they're honeymooning. You know, they're getting to know each other in this. It's typically an exotic place, warm place, tropical place that they're at. And then they come back to the real world, as they call it. So they come back to the real world, and things aren't, you know, they live together. So everything is happening before marriage. Okay? Because they're trying to prove if love is blind. And if they truly love one another. They want to show if they truly love one another. So they come back to the real world, and they still connected to the other couples. Like, they have these different outings, and some things kind of happen, you know, because you may have somebody, as I said, someone who they didn't choose that person, but the person they didn't choose is now with somebody else. So it kind of causes some type of something, because the person that now sees them and they're like, oh, I would have been attracted to that person. I'm normally attracted to that person. You know, person I'm with, I'm not typically attracted to them, but I love their mind. I love their personality. We get along, blah, blah, blah. So it's all kind of something, right? And then they're supposed to, after that, go down the aisle, have a wedding, they meet each other's families, the parents, the siblings, and everything. And then they have the wedding day. And now they're supposed to prove if love is blind. So when they get to the altar now, and this is my issue, they do all of that, get to the altar, say their vows and all this stuff. And then when it gets to the I do's, they're like, I cannot. I'm like, so what is the point of doing all of it? You never know before. You never have reservation before. And you're saying all this stuff. Oh, I love this. Oh, I want this. Oh, this. You give your vows, and then you say, I cannot. Huh? Shouldn't you say you cannot before you give vows? Like, what in the world? I don't even know. The show, this season, I feel like they rushed it, because the second season just ended not too long ago, like only months ago, earlier on this year. This season, I think it's lost its authenticity. And I know there's people, I thought people would be talking about, maybe not, but maybe, you know, later on when, you know, people watch the replay, people will comment. But this season, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. The first season was the best season. And if you ever want to watch Love is Blind, watch the first season. I literally cried because Cameron and Lauren were like authentic. Like, you could feel the love through the TV screen. And the thing is, I was crying when they were in the pods. They didn't see each other. They didn't see each other yet. Okay. And I'm already at tears up. Like, it was serious. And the thing is with them too, they're an interracial couple. So Cameron is white, and Lauren is a black woman. And so they had to, the father had to talk to her soon to be husband about, the racial situation, all that stuff, and really go to bat for his daughter, and it was pretty interesting. It was really good, but that I haven't seen anything genuine like that since, and that's the first season. It's kind of losing its thing, but check it out if you like Bachelor and The Bachelorette and all those things. Go watch Love is Blind. Just go watch Love is Blind. Anyways, you're listening to Canada's first gospel internet radio station, SPRLIVEFM.com. This is the Radical Riddimz. Radical Riddimz. We have 29 minutes left into the show. Let's get back into the vibes with positive, mighty healer right here.
He alone is mighty.
We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oluwa is mighty, oh. He might heal sickness in my body. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Do you want a physician? He will give you a prescription and tell you the dosage might be fed like a mustard seed mixed with praises. Just believe the master, no deal in a counterfeit disaster. Run away from Obia, man. Jesus is the only plan. Boy, we serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oluwa is mighty, oh. He might heal sickness in my body. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Receive your healing. Roll with a superstar. Him said this is the bread of the children. We are roll with Rafa. Diseases must bow down at the mention of his holy name. The blood of Jesus intervention. Boy, we serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oluwa is mighty, oh. He might heal sickness in my body. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 supernatural healer, mighty, mighty, Oluwuso, to God to love, mighty, mighty, supernatural healer, mighty, mighty, Oluwuso, to God to love. Heal me, Lord, make me body feel like change of one. Oh, what a miracle worker, and we are all on to the word. They know same love me bad, and they want us to survive. All we need is one touch, so you and I can testify. Do you want a physician? He will give you a prescription and tell you the dosage might be fed like a mustard seed mixed with praises. Just believe the master, no deal in a counterfeit disaster. Run away from Obia, man. Jesus is the only plan. Boy, we serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oluwa is mighty, oh. He might heal sickness in my body. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 supernatural healer, mighty, mighty, Oluwuso, to God to love, mighty.
Sherwin Ghana, alongside. Shut now, listen to the big mouth. Abnormal.
I know you can't see it now.
See what?
And some of you want to bow. When the pressure start come, not for you want to run. So me come to tell you hold on. Me come to tell you be strong. If he move the mountain, then he can't move anything. He's the God that parted the sea, so he can help out you and me. So every time that I fall, there's only one man I will call. Yeah, Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. You make a way, yeah. Hosanna, you make a way, yeah. time you trust in the Savior now. Some of them think that you're crazy. They want you take it easy now. But when you trust in the Savior, everything will get better now. You got a testimony, yo, and that is the reason you're acting so. So we not study them, we not walk, we not talk like them. Out the road, we not flex like them. We love God, so we not move like them. We got faith, so it's no problem. We trust God till the very end, yeah. And every time that we fall, it's only one man we will call. Yeah, Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. You make a way.
Make a way.
Hosanna, you make a way. Yeah. Say me I go dance like this because you make a way. Yeah. With me hands like me crazy, you make a way. Yeah. Lord Jesus, you make a way. You make a way. Yeah. You make a way, Lord God. Yeah. You make a way.
You make a way instantly. Him not take a day, him a the better way. Him a the general, if you are the infantry, you pass the test, you just get a A. And if you think you're in the valley of darkness, don't you forget that you make a day. And if I want thing me want you take away for the faithless, there'll be no getaway. Yahweh, the way maker, we follow him like a tailgater. Him a we judge and we jailbreaker. The shepherd and the trailblazer, him cut off sin the same razor. Watch us like the maintainer, we sustainer, maintainer. Fix we heart better than a pacemaker.
Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. Yahweh, 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 yeah. You make a way. You make a way. Hosanna, you make a way. Yeah. Say me I go dance like this because you make a way. Yeah. With me hands like me crazy, you make a way. Yeah. Lord Jesus, you make a way. You make a way, Lord God, yeah. You make a way. I wanna see you waving. If you know Father God, then make a way. Make a way. You make a way. Make a way. Make a way. Make a way. You make a way. Make a way. Make a way.
Yeah. No. From London to Ghana, from Ghana to the world. Santa from the UK.
On the beat.
Edward Sar, what's that? Well, alright then. From the first day we born, I was destined to walk in our blessings, and I know so we call. So we walk in a one direction. God overall, He make a big man come down small. He make a small man rise up tall. So all I can say, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me.
Blessings more than silver and gold. Me not sell out my soul. Telling me the blessings like a river flow. It a follow everywhere we go. Telling me the blessings, no levels we setting. London to Ghana we repping. Telling me the blessings that keeps on rising, keeps on rising.
Blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me.
More blessings, let it follow me. Eja Ushirano, let it follow me. I have God Almighty, so the devil can't try me. Mighty blessings upon me. I'm a miss my soul be okay.
Blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over. Back to the front of the, from the ground to the top of the. God's blessings all over me, and I know God's watching over me. Daytime, nighttime, shower me. Nation to nation, shine on me. Blessings are come, inspire me. And we are take the world with no apology. Blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me. Hey, blessings upon blessings, blessings all over me.
Mr. Praise come to tell them again. Mr. Praise come to tell them. Market, chop. Everybody feel walk with a praise. Everybody feel rock with a praise. Everybody feel jump with a praise. Praise, 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 chop, chop. Everybody feel walk with a praise. Everybody feel rock with a praise. Everybody feel jump with a praise. Praise, 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 chop. I coulda sat them on in praise. Or a Sunday morning praise. Young and old fi have a praise. Every soul fi have a praise. Show corona, walk with your praise. Lose a job, walk with your praise. Feeling stress and depressed, walk with your praise. Speak life over death, send up the praise. Chop. Everybody fi a walk with a praise. Everybody fi a rock with a praise. Everybody fi a jump with a praise. Praise, praise, praise. Chop. Everybody fi a walk with a praise. Everybody fi a rock with a praise. Everybody feel jump with a praise. Praise, praise, praise. In a prayer meeting, walk with a praise. Financial meltdown, government affairs, frustration get enough. Everybody full of fear, long time praise. I tell them, come with your praise. When the praises go up, blessing we come down. Come down, God blessing come down. A prayer a day keep the devil away. King Jehovah man alone, him a get all the praise. So, Canada praise, England praise, Europe praise, Africa praise, Chile praise, US praise, Cayman praise, Guyana praise, Belize praise, Bajan praise, Vinci praise, Montserrat praise, Lucian praise. Everybody know, Yardman style, Jamaica praise. Everybody feel walk with a praise. Everybody feel rock with a praise. Everybody feel jump with a praise. Praise, praise, praise. Sure. Everybody feel walk with a praise. Everybody feel rock with a praise. Everybody feel jump with a praise. Praise, praise, praise.
Jesus the power, power. Say he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Give Jesus the power, power. Say he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. So when I was down in the valley of sin, say he stretches down and took me in. Now I know for sure he lives within. That's why I know for sure I'll sing. So while we are go sing, say, give Jesus the power, power. Cause he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Give Jesus the power, power. Say he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Some people think living with Jesus is a boring thing. So you feel see Christian, them a dance and sing.
Watch the mask, watch the mask.
Now salvation is a thing everyone can win. So open up your heart and let him come in. So what we are go sing, say, give Jesus the power, power. Say he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Give Jesus the power, power. Say he's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Everybody sing now, lean back. Now push up on you and so lean back.
Push up your one now.
Push up on you and so lean back.
Push up your one now.
Push up on you and so lean back.
Christian party, man.
Push up on you and so. What a joy when the trumpet sound that dear. Say all the righteous ones will be taken away. Oh Lord, if you're not ready to
go down and pray. Say where will you be on that special day? So what we are go sing say, give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Every minute, every hour. Give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus the power, power. Everybody sing now, lean back. Sure. And push up on the one, so lean back. Push up your one now. And push up on the one, so lean back. And push up on the one, so lean back. Make the world know enough. And push up on the one, so give Jesus the power, power. Say He's the Lord and Savior. Give Jesus.
You're listening to SPRLiveFM.com.
It's the Princess Vanessa. And in music, hey, hey, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
Be a princess, gotta give me response. Hold me close, to love me from a distance. Every day I rise and I will give thanks for everything you've done for me. Me not fi worry about them bills. Him a doctor, me know I fi heal. He's a loving, he does give it shield. He make the princess sing.
I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
When I call on Jesus Christ, He does come so fast. Never leave me by myself. Give me love everlasting, and I can't complain. Need a sun or rain, can never separate me from love refrain.
I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so.
Hold me closer, closer. Give me all the strength I need. Everything I need, I ask for. Jesus always intercedes. Never leave me lonely, never. Great I am, my King is He. I could never want another. He is everything to
oh,
me.
How I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, oh, I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so. I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, my lover, and I love him, la 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 way. Give him my la 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 way. Anytime I want, I can call on you. Jesus, I love you so. It's the music and the Princess Vanessa. Yeah. Whoa.
Me are the princess.
Hey.
Me are the princess.
Hey. Oh. Yo. All righteousness, me say no. Good over evil. Where we gonna go? Big up God. Yeah. Over yourself, over yourself. Tell pagan them can't come over yourself. No way. Over yourself, over yourself. Tell bad mind them can't come over yourself. No, over yourself, over yourself. Tell pagan them can't come over yourself. Over yourself, over yourself. Tell bad mind them can't come over yourself. Righteous people over yourself. Tell pagan them can't come over yourself. Me and my friend them up a long time. Them true true to the things, so we burn bad mind all. Enough of them no want see we shine, but we keep our fear cause as soon our time. Them a watch we Facebook timeline like an inspector. I go solve one crime. Over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell bad mind them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell bad mind them can't come over your son. You feel no say I gotta guide me. One on anywhere me go, you know them there beside me. All what you pagan stop penny me. Me see them from afar, enough of them a friendly me. Think me blind. Light and darkness, you know them can't mix. No sir, them fi clean up them heart, get it fixed. That a true. Enough of them full of bad energy. Me can't take that right, I know you hear me. Can't over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't come over your son. No way, over your son, over your son. Tell bad mind them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell bad mind them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell bad mind them can't come over your son. Over your son, over your son. Tell pagan them can't. Praise now, don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now, from you know you're on the right track, and you know Jesus will come back. Don't you wait till heaven. Praise now, don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now, don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now, from you know you're on the right track, and you know Jesus will come back. Don't you wait till heaven. Praise now, so come on, let's celebrate the goodness of the Lord. If you know you're heaven bound, let's get in one accord. From you ready to praise Him, hands up in the air, and you know that you're sure. Hands up in the air, that heaven is your destination. Boy, and earth is just your boarding station. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. From you know you're on the right track, and you know Jesus will come back. Don't you wait till heaven. Praise now. When I could have go to church, I could have sat there Sunday church. Me no care if I'm on the church. Pastor preach and I go to church. Be a night in a the church. I still start on the church, and them I don't like country church. God is another clumsy church. We start with some Bible verse. Prayer where we have put the first. Then just the answer to the verse. Come on, church. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. From you know you're on the right track, and you know Jesus will come back. Don't you wait till heaven. Praise now. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. From you know you're on the right track, and you know Jesus will come back. Don't you wait till heaven. Praise now. So lift your hands them up to heaven. Come on, let's praise the Lord. As we count the many blessings. Come on, let's praise the Lord. For the words that He has spoken. Come on, let's praise the Lord. For the yokes that He has broken. Come on, let's praise the Lord. For His mercies new every morning. From the rising of the sun until dawning. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Praise now.
Yes, we come to the end of our show. This is Canada's first gospel internet radio station, SPRLIVEFM.com. Come. It's your girl, Radical Riddimz. Nice. It's your girl, Princess Playa, with the Radical Riddimz. Remember, every Sunday from 3 until 6 p.m. Share this station with your family, with your friends, and all that. We are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're on all the time. We have live shows. We have rotations, all that stuff. 7 o'clock tonight is Hands Clapping, Foot Stomping, Brother Benji. Check him out, 7 p.m. tonight. And as always, I end the show off with Jackie McCullough, Be Connected, because I want you to stay connected to God. Trust me, we need Him. Trust me, I need Him. Me can't do nothing without Jah. Jah no star, Jah no. So be connected, be blessed, loving you. SPRLIVEFM.com.
Connected to the tree.
heart stay